Hello, YouTube land. Excited. Lee Ray from digitaltrailblazer.com. Welcome. I'm going to go live now in our group as well. So I'm dual streaming. So the cameras are seriously like inches apart. So this shouldn't be a bad thing. But if you notice a little bit of weirdness, then that is why. All right, here's my notes. All right, so tonight we are talking about how to effectively promote and sell your digital courses and your coaching programs. And I thought it was really important to talk about this tonight because unfortunately, I have been hearing horrible advice and things that are coming from coaches who are having people pay them a lot of money in this realm, and the advice that they are getting that they're giving people is insane. So if you're excited about this topic, let me know, drop some love, share on the comments. Let me know who's on tonight, and we're going to go ahead and dive into this. And I'm going to pull up this on my phone because sometimes comments don't come through. So, all right. Now, the first thing to understand is promotion really is about helping your audience, wherever you're encountering them, know what the next step is. Oh, I'm breaking up. How's the audio on YouTube? Let me know. All right, let me see. Audio. Where's my audio? I got Todd's set up here. All right. Is this better? Hey, Lakeisha, Mindy. It's freezing. Oh, so not audio. Working fine. Okay, sorry, Mindy, that just might be on your end. If I'm coming across good for other people. So sorry that it's not coming back good for you, but you can always catch the replay if you miss something during the live. So, but thank you for sharing that. I'm glad it's coming. So thank you, Ray, for letting me know that it's all working and I don't have to freak out. All right. Okay, so promotion. All right, let's start with the promotion. There's really two sides to this conversation. So there's the promotion side and there is the sales side. And if you hear any long vowels today, it's because I had a long conversation with a Canadian. And whenever I talk to someone from up north, my Minnesotan comes out stronger. So I'm hearing it myself. So bear with my O's and Ah's tonight. Okay. Now, promotion. You need to learn how to get someone who just notices you online to take the next step. All right. That is what promotion is all about. And you should be doing both organic strategies and you should be doing paid strategies. And if someone is telling you it's not worth doing paid, just organic, that only means they never learned how to do paid themselves. And so they can't teach it to you. Paid works. Okay. It does work, but you want a coach that can actually teach you how to do it well. Let's just be honest, okay? But you do want, hey, P3, sorry, I'm not going to try to say your name. Chopra, I'll say your last name. Welcome. You want to do both if you want to build a business where you have money coming in quickly and sustainably, and you can grow long-term. So you don't only want to do paid, you want some organic going on. So you have that backup, if you will, to paid traffic, but you want to use paid traffic because it's going to allow you to make money way faster. So this horrible advice that some coach out there, I don't know who it is, and I wouldn't have tell you if it did, but there's some coach out there who is teaching, hey, Teresa, welcome, who is teaching people that you can't touch Facebook ads until you've made over $10,000. Horrible advice. And I'm assuming it's a she. I don't actually know that. But she is saying that probably because she never learned how to do ads well. And if she's not good enough at copywriting, if she's not good enough at ads herself, she just doesn't know how to teach it. And so that's where she's coming from. And I understand that. But let's be real. Ads are incredibly effective. You should be using them in your business. So, I mean, how much work do you want to have to do, and how long do you want it to take to reach $10,000 in your business? Whether that's a month or just all time, the first time you reach it. How long do you want that to be? Because you can shorten that up and make it simpler if you actually learn some skills and get some help from a mentor who can actually help you with that. Two of those coaches say the exact same thing. One was a mentor. Wow, Ray, that's insane. Hey, George, welcome. Good evening, Stu. I'm doing fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I'm sure they have some value and can help some people, those coaches, but I wouldn't hire them myself, and I wouldn't advise anyone else to hire them because let's talk about, organic is going to be hustle. And some of these coaches are saying to hustle for a very, very long time. And it's just ridiculous. So you should learn how to leverage paid ads in your business. Any brick and mortar business understands that there are costs to advertising. You're not going to open a new restaurant, spend $500,000 or $1 million on a new restaurant, and then not budget to advertise your grand opening. Okay? You can scale that down based on what you're doing, but think about it. All right. You want to tell the world as much as possible. And obviously you can reach way more people when you use paid advertising. Hey, James, welcome. So if you're like, well, that scares me, I don't know what to do. Well, we're going to get into a little bit more, but as always, there is a link in the description to book a call with moi to see about getting our help. Right? We'll talk, see if it's a good fit, and we can really help you reach your goals, but book a call to do that. Now, let's start with the organics, because you should be doing organic marketing, right? It's you can make a lot of money. We make a lot of money with organic marketing. So in your organic presence on social media, on YouTube, it could be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Clubhouse. Can't really talk about Clubhouse though, because I'm on Android and I'm just waiting. But wherever you are on social media, you really need to be very precise with your profile, with your online presence. So when you look, if you actually, not right now, because I don't want you to leave the live, but when you go and look at my profile after this live, you will understand very clearly what I do and how to take the next step. So if someone sees what I do and is like, oh, that's kind of interesting, I need help with that. How do I get help? They see exactly what to do. My banner on my my cover photo on my personal profile, okay, it specifically tells them, that I can help them with creating, launching, selling, and scaling digital courses or coaching programs. Guess what else it says? It tells them to click to join my Facebook group. I'm starting them along the process. Now, I'm not telling them to buy, because they just met me, right? That would be weird. I'm telling them to join my group and get some more value, learn some good things, okay? I also have that information in my featured photo that's on my personal profile, okay? So people check me out. They see me engaging in other groups every day, and they actually are checking out my profile, and that's the first thing they see is that, wow, she's got a Facebook group where she teaches this stuff for free. Awesome, I'm gonna join. Okay, and that's starting them into our sales process, into our sales funnel, really, where they're going to warm up and we're going to eventually invite them to make a purchase. Now, so what you need to look at in your online presence is when people check you out, when they see content or see you engaging somewhere and are interested in some way, do they see a clear next step? If people see my personal profile engaging, they see a very clear next step to take. Okay? They see to join the Facebook group. All right. Now, provide value that specifically speaks to your target audience, whether it's in your own groups, whether it's in other people's groups, whether, whatever platform you're on, just provide value that speaks to your target audience. And I'll tell you, I'm in some groups that I do lives in every week, or I really engaged in those groups, and they're huge, but I don't honestly get a ton of views or comments compared to some other people that are doing lives there. But I can bet that I'm probably outselling almost all of them, because I'm not giving some watered down fluffy stuff that speaks to everybody, but not loud enough to my target audience to get them to move forward with me. I'm speaking about stuff that's laser focused to my target audience, not this fluffy stuff that everybody loves, very specific to my target audience. So I'm going to get fewer views, but guess what? Those views are much more targeted to the people that are more likely to purchase. And so I make a lot more money than I think a lot of the ladies do who are doing, the big fluffy stuff for their content. So speak specifically to your target audience. Always provide them a CTA. And you're not going to be telling them a CTA all the time to like book a call or to do that kind of stuff. Your CTA should be initiating that process. Now, if they're in your group, have them book a call, go on your sales webinar, invite them to the page, but you're not like directly selling in your content. You're inviting them to the next step. And if they're not in your group or they're not in your sales process at all, then your invitation is to get into that sales process, wherever that is. If that's your group, your lead magnet, whatever, okay? Let me know if that's crystal clear. Give me some thumbs up. Now, your business should not be dependent on networking, building rapport, and selling via Messenger. Like if your business is completely dependent on Messenger, let me help you. Like you're going to burn out so fast. I've seen it. We've had people who've been on that cycle of messaging and networking and doing the power hours and doing all of this stuff to hustle up clients. And they just burn out. Even if they do end up making sales, they can't ever sustain it long enough to grow their income. It's like they hustle, they make some sales, and then they crash and burn because it's completely wearing and it takes all their time. So yes, ask yourself if that's what you want for your business, if that's what you want for your life. Because I know for us and for our clients, that's a big negative, right? If people stick out their hand and ask for more information, we'll send it to them via Messenger. But we're not sitting in Messenger all day, trying to hustle up some sales, right? I would hate my business, honestly, if I had to do that. So learn how to attract people with your content, with what you're doing online, and with how you've set up your online presence so that they know once you have attracted them, how to take the next step with you, okay? So that's promotion. Now, that's organic promotion, I should say. If you want to go faster, use paid advertising, right? You can do YouTube ads, you can do Google ads, you can do Facebook ads. Now, if you want to get more people into your group, use ads, right? If the organic methods aren't happening fast enough for you, start using ads. If you want to build your email list faster, start using ads. If you want to get people introduced to your offer, going into your sales funnel, your sales process, you need more people, start using ads, okay? Now, Todd is actually going to dive really deep into this with you on Thursday. So Thursday at 8:30 Eastern, only in our Facebook groups. If you're watching tonight on YouTube, you'll have to join the group. The link is in the description. But he's going to dive into Facebook ads with you on Thursday night and help you know how to really get high quality leads through ads. Okay, so make sure that you attend that one. Let me know if you got thumbs up if you are excited for that one, because he's really good at ads and he's gonna help you out. Now, if you are someone, and I know there's a lot of folks, Facebook ads are totally amazing, absolutely, Stu. If you have just only ever thought of doing organic, because number one, you don't know how to do ads, it's scary to do ads, you don't know, like if you don't know what you're gonna do, you're just gonna waste money. You need a coach, you need someone to, a training, something to walk you through how to do it. But if you have a coach, you have someone who, or you can get one, it's going to plug in with you and help you through that process. You really need to have a solid look at ads. And you don't need to just look at what it's going to cost to run ads. So if you're sitting there today doing all of this hustle and grind to like message people to make sales, stop. No, there's a better way. Okay. Attract people instead of chasing, right? Attract them to you. And if you need to attract them faster, use ads. And don't look at the cost of the ads up front. You need to also evaluate how much it's going to cost you to not run ads. How much time and how expensive is your time, right? So I talked to a really lovely lady today. I like her. I do. She honestly, she just got some horrible advice. And she was told that basically for an entire year, 365 days, okay, that she was starting with her product online, her coaching or digital course, she would need to be networking and messaging with people in order to invite them to a live launch that she had to continue to do every 6 weeks. And I was like, oh goodness, like, goodness. Okay. And get this, this is the worst part, that she didn't really, she said, yes, it's going to be really slow. And she didn't even expect to make any sales in the first 1 or 2 launches that she did. That, oh, girly, we can help you. Like, we can help you. That's really not the right path, right? That is a horrible path. I would never advise anyone. My worst enemy, I would not tell them to do that. That would be HE double hockey stick in my book, okay? That wouldn't be good. If you're getting advice like this, you have to understand that there's a better way, okay? And you will burn out, I guarantee it. And you're going to find that you're going to be in that cycle of like hustle and then make a couple sales and then crash because you just can't maintain that anymore. So if you go that route of the organic and the multiple, like only organic messaging, multiple like continual launches that you're doing, you're going to put in a ton of work, way too much work in order to make a little bit of money down the road. Like, honestly, I would never in a million years take the time to run a live challenge if I didn't think I was going to make sales. I wouldn't, because that's a waste of my time. Like, I would find different ways to make sales then if I didn't think that was going to work. So instead of hustling and grinding, doing continual launches, right? Let's talk about what that would do. Instead, imagine, right? If you, instead of doing all of that, like, you attracted the right people to you, yes, organically, but sped it up, leveraging ads. So instead of working your patootie off for months to maybe make a sale or two in like 4 months, you could launch in a month to an audience that you've already warmed up. And you could possibly hit, $10,000 on that month too, right? As soon as you've launched, right? So that month following or during your initial launch, imagine making $10,000 in your launch, okay? Instead of having to do 2 or 3 launches before it makes any money. Now, think about. Now, we had 2 students, actually, 2 ladies recently who did over 20, right? It was their very first launch with us. And 2 gals, very amazing ladies, went over $20,000 in that opening launch with us. And one of them had tried Facebook ads many times and had never converted her sales off of Facebook ads successfully. But with us, she did. She actually did amazing and got some really good results. So, book a call, we'll talk, right? But understand that you don't have to do that hustle and that grind. And think about if in month 2, you made $10,000 or you made $20,000, and then you repeated that in months 3 and 4. And you could just grow from there. Now, think about all of that money that you could potentially make in months 1 through 4, comparing that to just waiting and doing this slow grind and hustle of that organic process that I described. I mean, how much is it costing you not to run ads? That's a lot of money that it's costing you. Let's be realistic. So I know some people that, when they're starting this process, they decide to, take on some extra shifts at work to do X, Y, or Z, whatever, so that they could invest into their business so that they could start running ads and get to their goals much, much faster. All right. So selling. Sorry, I got to speed this up. All right. There's really 3 basic options for selling your coaching or your digital course. All right. So option number 1, you hear it referred to as a VSL or virtual sales letter. This is like a really long page of a ton of ad copy. Sometimes they might have a video in it. Sometimes it's just ad copy. It's not easy to do. I mean, it's one page, but it's like a ton of copywriting. It's a lot. And it's really effective under $50. Okay. As you creep over $50, a virtual sales letter is going to be less effective. And you're probably going to be hard pressed to find folks who are able to do anything past 100, 150 bucks on that. It's not going to work. Okay. Many people will add upsells to that. So they might have a $9 or $20 or whatever, and then they add an upsell once people purchase, and they might do this 3 or 4 times and getting to a high ticket thing that they actually want to sell. So it can work. We've seen it work. It's getting harder in today's ads world to do that effectively, to do it profitably. And there's some big downsides to it. So you have to maintain multiple offers. Like every offer that you make, you have to maintain. Every offer that you're selling, like imagine you're going to sell a ton of those low ticket things, right? And then you're going to sell fewer and fewer of them as the price increases. So you're going to have a lot of low paying customers, people who are paying very little for whatever your offer is. And I will tell you that those are the least happy customers. Okay. When people aren't spending much, it's weird, but people, you can spend they can hand you $3,000, $5,000 and they're happy as a peach, and they'd never refund or charge back or anything like that. But if someone, is doing a $99 offer or a $49 offer or something ridiculously inexpensive, you're going to have people whining and complaining and asking for refunds and doing chargebacks and all that kind of stuff. And you're going to have a lot of it. The customer service considerations for those type of low ticket funnels are intense, just to warn you. Okay. And that's a big part of why it's really not our preferred method at all. Okay. The customer service issues and the fact that you're having to maintain and manage all of those courses that you really don't care about. Your main one is like that big one that you want to sell. And you have to do all those other things in between. And so it's not our favorite way. The second way, okay, let me know if you've seen, as a customer or as a seller, have you seen or used those sales, the upsells, right? The virtual sales letters and those upsells. I know I've been a customer, I think once. Todd does most of our online course buying and stuff, but I've done one of them before, and it was a low ticket offer. Okay. The second way is through challenges or boot camps or workshops or whatever you want to call it, but it's like a several day, 3-day, 5-day, 7-day, 10-day, whatever workshop. I wouldn't do a 10-day, like if my life, I would not do a 10-day. I would do a 3-day, maybe a 4 or 5-day, but not past 5 days, because there's a drop off with every day of fewer and fewer people engaging. Okay. Now, these boot camps, these workshops, honestly, they're a great way to initially launch your offer, because you can really build a lot of momentum and engagement within your group and warm up a pretty cold audience. Okay. You can drive traffic into your challenge, like offering your challenge, and that's going to, in effect, be building your Facebook group at the same time. So you're generating leads and building your Facebook group at the same time, which is a good thing. And now there are some downsides to these sorts of boot camps or challenges. Let's be real. There's a lot of work to actually delivering these things live. Like, it's multiple times a day. You're going in, you're doing live trainings, interactions, you're having to message people and try to help them stay engaged and all kinds of stuff. All right. So it's a lot of work. And I just really couldn't see it doing more than once. Or maybe once a year or once every 6 months or something if you wanted, but I would never That would be my main method of selling. Like that would be like an event, a rare event for me to do, just because it is such work to do. Okay. The struggles, the downsides of this, honestly, engagement is a huge challenge. Like getting people to stay engaged and going through each day of the content is a huge challenge that most people face. And you can't really automate. Like it's a short-term solution. It works as a short-term solution, but I would never consider that a long-term solution because you can't automate it. And it takes work. Like think about the kind of business you want. Do you want to spend your time delivering your value to your customers, or do you want to spend all your time continually hustling to get customers, right? So that's why I wouldn't suggest it for a long-term solution. Now for the number 3, and this is our preferred sales method. This is what made us millionaires, right? This is webinars. Okay. You can, I'm just thinking, I don't usually say that kind of stuff. Sorry, I don't talk about income very often. It feels weird. It's made us a lot of money. We'll just leave it vague like that. So with webinars, you can start running them live to really flesh out your marketing message, flesh out your sales process, your webinar, your hooks, all this kind of stuff you can do with a couple live webinars, okay? But then you take those live webinars that you've refined and all the process that you've refined, and then you automate that puppy, okay? You automate it, and then you can scale it up. So it's not taking your time. So what is live versus automated? So live would be running some traffic, like paid traffic, organic traffic, promoting a live webinar, say on a Thursday night, a Wednesday night, something like that, where you're going to invite people for some unique thing they're going to learn, right, on your webinar. And you are going to teach them on the webinar, right? But then they attend the webinar. In the webinar, you're going to teach them, give them value, introduce them to you, warm them up, help build, belief in themselves, in your process, what you're teaching, overcome a bunch of objections, move them psychologically through the path that they need to follow. And then at the end, you offer them the opportunity to make all that easier and to work with you. Okay, that's the basic, there's a lot more details and we can help you flesh that out. Just book a call with us we actually have templates, done for you templates that we provide for your webinars. But those webinars then, if your offer is under 2000, like 1997 or less. And if you're just starting out on webinars, like don't start that high because that's kind of like the border for even more advanced people. But like, $597, $997, $1497, you can then sell completely on the webinar. So you have deadlines, fast action bonuses, all of these things that they're going to get by purchasing. Hey, Robert, welcome. And so you can do that on your live webinars. Then once you have a good conversion rate, so you know that if you have X amount of registrants, that you make X amount of sales, right? You know that conversion rate, then that's when you're happy with those numbers. That's when you can actually automate. And if you're working with us, we kind of coach you through exactly what levels that should be for you based on your lead costs and different things. But then you can record your webinar and have it play 24/7. So you are not having to sit there at the computer and sell your program. It does it by itself. And you just wake up and look in your Stripe account in the morning and there's money sitting there, which is wonderful, right? So that's why, webinars are so powerful. Honestly, it feels once you really have a great webinar and a great offer, it's like turning on a money spigot. Like it's powerful. It's like printing money. So highly recommend investing in learning how to create a very powerful webinar and getting that set up. It takes some time to set it up. I'm not going to lie. It's not like you're going to sit down in 30 minutes your first time and have this ready to go. But you're creating a long-term asset that is going to enable you to have the business model that it takes to get your life back, to get out of the hustle, get out of the grind, and get your life back. I don't know anybody who started an online business to work harder. Let's be real. I don't, right? People start online businesses in order to have time freedom, to have financial freedom, all of these things. And if you're hustling and grinding away, like, that's not what you signed up for. Let's be real. Okay. So don't do that. Okay. Book a call with us. Links in the description. We'll see how we can help you, where you can get through this process yourself. Make sure that you've got a profitable, marketable concept, and then how to form that. And if you already have something, we can kind of help flesh that out, or from having the concept and having the course or the program already. And how do you effectively launch that? How do you drive traffic, organic and paid? How do you then, after you've launched it live, how do you convert that into something evergreen that's going to work for you all the time? Outsourcing tasks, Robert. Yeah, you should outsource tasks, but you don't they should be tasks that have to be done, right? Not tasks that you can easily get rid of. Like, then you're just having to manage people for no reason. There's some people that are outsourcing networking from their own personal profiles. And this is insane to me, where they'll hire someone like from the Philippines to log into their personal profile account, not their business account, but their profile account, and like pretend to be them and to message with people and to build rapport as them. Like, they're lying, saying they're you, which I have an ethical issue with that. That just feels icky. But they're pretending to be you, and what they say is supposed to be from you. And just, that doesn't feel good to me in any way. And I feel like you're putting yourself at a lot of risk as a business owner doing that. And not to mention, like, I have family on my personal profile. Like, they'd have access to all of my personal stuff on my personal profile, and that wouldn't be something I'd be comfortable with. So I would not suggest that. If you can effectively learn how to convert your traffic using webinars, using a solid sales process, exactly, Robert. It's not cool. Yeah, exactly, Robert. So learn how to put together a really strong marketing message that's going to move people through your process and close the sale. All right. We can help you with that wherever you are. If you're at the concept stage, or you have something already that needs to really be sold better, and you want to look to scale that up, book a call. We'll talk. I got to wrap, though. I got another thing coming up. Great to see you guys. Don't forget, Thursday at 8:30 in our Profitable Course Creators group. Join Todd. I'll probably be there as well, but Todd and myself. And we're going to talk about highly targeted, high quality leads from ads. Okay. I'll see you Thursday. Book your call. We will talk soon. Bye.